I would say the most rewarding thing about the first 5 years has been the programs that we brought to Boston, the people that we've gotten engaged with, the community that's been built to come together, and all the kids and families we're making a difference for.
Our job is really about bringing people together to make a difference and to invest and to get behind ideas and organizations that we know can have a profound impact.
The GreenLight Fund was founded on a simple but powerful idea, the idea that here in Boston we had some really significant unmet social needs, but that at the same time we didn't have monopoly on answers to those problems, and that we could benefit enormously from the creativity across the country.
They meet with people in and around Boston to say, what is the unmet need? Then they start looking around the country for programs that have already proven that they've made a difference in those same holes in other communities.
We could identify and then successfully port some of those ideas right here into Boston.
The idea of innovation was so important, and we wanted Boston to be able to find and use the best ideas that were out there.
You're looking for a track record of demonstrable, sustained success. You look at the DNA of the organization. Are they an organization that really is willing to grow? Are they flexible in their approach? Do the people involved have the kind of drive and desire to expand and succeed? It's really, in many respects, the same decision a venture capitalist makes in looking at an entrepreneur.
GreenLight is much more engaged than most other funders we work with. They've been involved not only bringing us to Boston, but also helping us engage with the local community, other providers, the government leaders, other funders within the community as well.
When I think of GreenLight Fund, I think of them as my partners. I mean, I feel that the success of our program is as important to the folks there as it is to me.
It's one of the few charitable organizations that's very driven like a business. They look at metrics, they look for results. It's easier to give money to organizations where they're data driven, they have business plans.
They have put together a model that's very similar to a venture capital model, where they're ferreting out programs across the country that have been successful and that they believe will scale and can have a real impact here in the Boston community.
When you get the stamp approval of GreenLight, you get instant credibility. It takes years and years for an organization to develop any degree of credibility, which we got as soon as we started providing services in the Boston area with GreenLight's stamp of approval.
The way that we're really able to make a difference on the problems and issues that face the most vulnerable people in our city is relationships. It's those children and those families having the relationships that they need to be successful, but it's also the relationships that GreenLight is able to create with so many generous people in the venture capital, private equity, entrepreneurial communities.
Friends of the Children is a mentoring organization that pairs trained full-time mentors with children from underserved communities from first grade until they graduate from high school.
Raising a Reader is an early literacy program that provides the training and the tools to families so that they can have the opportunity to share books with their children.
Pure Health Exchange's mission is to give teenagers the knowledge and skills they need to make healthy decisions by training college students to teach a comprehensive health curriculum in public high schools.
Youth Village's Transitional Living Program is designed to meet the needs of young adults who are turning 18 and leaving the foster care system to support them in their search for housing, stable employment, education, and stable living situation.
GreenLight has really compelled us to think big and to think about the goals that we have as being not only assertive but actually achievable.
I think without that support, we would not be able to do the good work we've been doing. We would still be at a point where we would be struggling to keep the lights on.
My world and Raising Reader Massachusetts would not exist without the GreenLight Fund. We've just, in 3 years, grown, I think, in a way that none of us could really have imagined.
With the GreenLight Fund support, we're able to break cycles of maladaptive behavior in these young adults and in their families that will benefit them for generations.
Really, the most satisfying aspect of it has been seeing organizations be identified, recruited, hatched, and then take root and grow and thrive and flourish GreenLight has managed to retain and, if anything, amplify that entrepreneurial impulse.
At its core, GreenLight Fund is about innovation in the nonprofit sector and results, making sure that we achieve results that have real impact on children and families.
We're on the earth for a short period of time. I guess there's just a thought that if we leave behind a strong GreenLight and a strong series of organizations created by GreenLight, we will have lived a much better life.